Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and as you can tell, we've got another action figure review from Wrestling Collector Shop. And I'm really excited for this one as I got this at a really decent price. He offered me a deal for this and I honestly, I couldn't pass it up. So let's try to get this open on camera if I can. Because we all know I'm not very great at doing that. At least I'll say I'm not great at doing it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in the middle of filming the tag match. But lo and behold, we've got the Chase variant Grayson Waller. Of course, no packaging. I didn't really need it packaged. I kind of just, wanted another loose Waller in the collection. And who knows, maybe if I can find the Chase variant Austin Theory that came out not that long ago in the black attire, maybe I'll toss him up into the mix. But before we get too deep into this review, just gonna kind of toss out there, Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate Easter. Kind of like a little Easter review today. So first things first, of course, his accessories. He's got the black jacket that's kind of similar to his other variation. Let me grab that here to kind of point that out. It's fairly similar. Obviously in the mold it's similar, but the logos are a bit different. He's got a kangaroo with the Australian flag in the background. Grayson Waller with a GW. I am NXT. Just a couple of really cool little logos. Nothing too flashy. Flashly. What am I reviewing? Bobby Lashley. But nothing really too flashy on the jacket as compared to his normal variation, which honestly I think this should have been the Chase variant, knowing how colorful and stuff it is compared to the Chase variant. But I'm not the one who's making these. Just kind of going over it real quick. Kangaroo with the Australian flag, different logo though, but same concept. GW there, Grayson Waller effect on the back. And we'll get into everything else in comparison, just because I feel like it's kind of necessary to do that when it comes to Chase variant reviews. Of course, getting into some of his other accessories, he's got the Walter Choppy Hands. He comes with a set of fist hands, as you can tell with both figures. And he also comes with a set of mic holding and or weapon holding hands. Knowing how he is, he is I'd say a pretty prime talker in WWE right now, but with that being said, I kind of want to get this jacket off of him, get a good look at the rest of the attire, if there is anything really to look at, and we'll just kind of do a little bit more comparison, shall we? Alrighty, you guys, now that we've got the jackets off of both figures, we can kind of get into the similarities and differences amongst the Chase variant and the regular edition. I'll go over one thing that's not too important here. Of course, we've got very similar looks in the front of the trunks, or shorts in this case. He's got Waller written across the front, Waller there, but of course, kind of like his jacket, he's got the Grayson Waller on the opposite side of his jacket actually though, so that's kind of a neat thing to point out. And then he's got the kangaroo with the Australian flag. I almost said American flag that time. Same thing as the logo on this jacket, so that's kind of like a nice little touch of detail, I guess you could say. And he's also got the I am NXT on the back of his jacket. Different color of yellow though, which I don't know if that's accurate or not, but beats me. Not really the biggest ordeal to me. And of course, comparing it to the regular edition where he has nothing else on the back of the tights of the shorts. Just has the pink designs on the sides, just kind of like his jacket. Of course, knee pad molds are the same, boot molds are the same, unless that's partially why he offered me the Chase variant so cheap. This one does not come with an elbow pad like the normal Waller does, because I don't think I put that elbow pad on him. And one other thing I noticed that I don't know if you guys also noticed, he does technically come with a different head scan, and personally, I definitely like the Chase variant head scan a little bit better. Just having the fade is really a nice touch of detail. Plus, he doesn't have like a weirdish looking beard on either side of his face, kind of giving him like a two-face-ish look. Like, yeah, he still has the same facial expression, but if you notice on like this one, he doesn't really have like a beard leading up into there, but on this side he's kind of got like a couple of little patchy spots where you could think a beard would be. So, if anything, if I do end up using Grayson Waller, I'll probably end up using this head scan. Maybe, if anything, worst case scenario, I'll pop this one on like a promo gear body and we'll figure it out from there and stuff of that nature. But yeah, you know, nothing too big as far as differences goes, just the differences in the attire really. And the head scans is actually kind of a nice detail. Kind of makes me want to go back and check and see if, you know, like some of the other Chase variants I have technically like different head scans in the sense whether they're the same expression or not. Like the Braun Breaker, for instance, I don't think he does, but it'd be kind of cool if he technically had like a little bit of a different hairstyle on the one compared to the other like this figure does. But yeah, you know, we'll just have to look into that and see if I do and or don't. Because, I mean, that'll be kind of a nice reason to want to go after Chase variants. Maybe you get just a little bit of differences in the head scan. It really does kind of add an intriguing factor of like, oh, I didn't realize this had a different head scan, but now this kind of makes it a bit more sought after for me because I like the way the head scan looks, so now maybe I kind of want to get another one so I could use this style of head scan for a promo gear instead. I don't know, I'm just rambling on, but getting into the rating, let's just kind of pose these guys up, you know, pose them up real quick on camera. Normally I don't do it on camera, but this is why, because I just ramble to myself as I do it, and not just that, but it's going to be a little bit basic, as of course I'm not like trying to go out of my way to pose them up cool. I'm just kind of getting them into like a basic little pose here. And I think we're good on that. But yeah, you know, kind of just getting into my final thoughts here. I know I mentioned it a couple of times, where the Chase variant Grayson Waller, I think should have been the normal Grayson Waller. Like, this should be the one you're casually finding in stores. Maybe they did that for the reason of maybe not a lot of people are going to want this attire, so they made it the Chase, knowing it's going to be harder to get for the people who do. I was offered it at a really good price, so instead of paying like 30 to 40 bucks like most Chase variant prices are, I wound up paying about like 23-ish bucks for this Waller. So, really nice deal. Thank you a lot, Wrestling Collector Shop, for the deal on that. I've been getting a lot of my figures from them lately, and if it's not from them, I get it from... I'll tend to get them on like Amazon. Every now and again I do still use Ringside, but meh. It depends on what deals they got going on, because personally not always trying to pay almost $30 just for a standard Elite. Sorry, not sorry. But at least one thing I can say is that there's little differences in each attire and each figure that make it kind of worth going out of your way to get it. Whether you feel like paying the Chase variant prices, I don't know, that's all up to you. But what would I say? I'd give them like a good solid 7.5 out of 10, because of course the knee pad mold is kind of a hindrance to articulation. That's gonna kind of be an issue with me, in my opinion, especially knowing how the normal Waller poses. Like, he doesn't pose terribly with these big knee pads, but I also did move him a little bit down on the leg. As you can tell, like, fresh out of a package, he kind of has him, like, right up on the knee. Probably the best way you're gonna get that to, like, pose and look. But yeah, so 7.5 out of 10. We'll say a good solid 3 out of 5 stars. I think he's a really good figure. I think the Chase variant is pretty alright. I wouldn't say it's to die for. I wouldn't say it's worth going way out of your way up and down just to go and get this. If you're a big Grayson Waller fan, maybe. And I do like Grayson Waller. He is a really good talent on the mic. He's got some really good shit in the ring. I kind of like his pairing with Austin Theory right now, so I mean, kind of wish he was being used more in like a singles-ish role. Or maybe like him and Austin Theory versus like R-Truth and The Miz at some point, if like Miz and Truth become tag team champions at Mania maybe. I would love to see that kind of feud where you've kind of got like modern day renditions of Miz facing Miz in a tag match with his delusional tag partner. I don't know, I feel like that could make for some really good story. But yeah, with that being said though, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get out of here. I do have work here in a little bit. So, if you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you didn't, well, womp womp, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, but if you did like the video, and you'd like to see some other action figure reviews, in the sense, I guess you could say, I don't like break down articulation all the time, but sometimes for certain figures I will. Anyways, I do have other action figure reviews up on the channel you can watch. I also have unboxing videos, and as I mentioned, I'm currently working on the pick fed earlier, and well, hopefully this matchup will be done sooner rather than later. I still gotta go out of my way to get something for the main event match though, so that might take me a little bit longer than anticipated because I keep forgetting to order it. But hopefully I'll have it ordered before Tuesday. Anywho, if you also would like to, feel free to go follow me on Instagram of the same name. And it'd be a pretty big, ask, I guess you could say. But it would help me out a shit ton if you guys could go out of your way. And if you aren't currently subscribed, which I know a bunch of you guys aren't that tend to watch my videos. I see it's like a 70 to 20-ish ratio or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't bother me too much. But if you're not currently subscribed, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe, and not just that, but you'll kind of help motivate me in the sense to want to keep pushing and making these videos. Not saying that it's like a big ask. I'm not saying it's a must, like end all or be all thing you need to do, but we're currently on the road to 200 subscribers. Last I saw, we were sitting at 190 or 191, one of the two. I kind of just glanced at it while I was checking out some of the analytics for some of the videos. But yeah, we're like right there, you guys. So share it around with your friends, family, whoever, maybe even your dog if they got a YouTube channel or account, whatever the case may be. Feel free to share it with anyone you think would enjoy it. And yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna shut the hell up, get out of here. Have a good rest of your night, day, morning, evening, whatever the case may be, because I'm not in your time zone, nor do I want to be. Anywho, I'm out of here. Deuces, ooses.